evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Speed Gaming. This is Speed Gaming Live 2023. This is the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament, and this is a Group B matchup between Casual Tom and Guy Next Door, and I, on commentary and Cyber 9. Our runners have been given the green light, and we should be off here pretty shortly here. We're going to get through this, folks, real quick, real fast, much like our runners, and we're going to have a good time. Are you ready? So those of you who are joining us for the first time, seeing a Mega Man 2 Randomizer, the first question, of course, is going to be, what is randomized? Well, the simple answer is just about anything and everything, from color palettes to sprites to our runner's robot character of choice and our robot masters. And we see Guy Next Door going to Crash Man, Casual Tom going to Quick Man, and we're about to find out what kind of horrors await our runners. Interesting to see Guy Next Door choose Crash Man stage first. It's usually one of the stages we save for last, as our stages are revealed for this tournament, as well as we're doing a zipless tournament this time around. Casual Tom actually choosing one of our more sought after starting stages, with including Quickman and Flashman, because generally we want to get our safeties, our E-tanks, to make things much easier as we go through the game. But no, it's again, this is runner's choice. I'm not here to judge, even though we'll find at some point me here just complaining because I'm done with an old man. But anyway, Guy Next Door is going to take it slow through the elevator section with these lag amphibians in the way. Meanwhile, Casual Tom is going down the quick shaft as we speak, and he's got to get back up there before. There we go. Now he's out of the way of the lag amphibians there, and he's just got to reach that next level to get to the third section. And Tom is almost at the bottom of the quick shaft. And we're about to see who our first robot master is in this best of 3 matchup. By the way, folks, just a note, we have another race tomorrow on the map, but we have 7 more races in this group stages to be scheduled. And after group stages, we're going to do brackets, a single elimination bracket, to determine a winner for this year's tournament. As we see a Woodman in Quickman's room, who is not Buster Soft, but he is being cooperative enough for Casual Tom as he dumpsters him in Quick Room, and see if we get an item out of it. We get item 2 from Quickman stage, so Casual Tom finding the gold early. Let's see if he goes off to Flashman stage next, and there he goes. So there we go with the most overused track in gaming, as Casual Tom is in Flashman stage. That's unusual. I've never seen the crash wall get deleted like that, so we won't find out if our walls are weak to Buster or not until much later, if Tom takes the time to check them. But either way, Tom is making his way through Flashman stage, as we got the Gemini Man platforms through the stage, which interesting enough, in my trials through the randomizer this year, kind of be deceptive, especially at the end of the stage where you have to kind of jump 2 ledges to get to the flash door. But either way, Casual Tom is going to pull out that item 2, and he's going to do what I like to do sometimes, and fly across the top of the stage to ignore the rest. But sadly, a Jester gear robot decides to say no, that's not allowed. Meanwhile, Guy Next Door is taking on an Airman in Crash Room, and pays for his hubris, as we get to see Flashman sprite swap in Flashman's room, as Guy Next Door is Casual Tom's going to take care of him easily, and Guy Next Door does take down Airman in Crash Room. And Tom getting item 1 out of Flashman stage. So Guy Next Door is going to move on to Metal Stage as we see Tom move on to Bubble Stage. As he's going to pull out that item 2 again and just put it to use and try to ignore the first section of Bubble Stage here. We'll see if he takes the time to refill that in the as he progresses through the rest of the stage. Meanwhile, we get the Shrimp. We get some Dollar Store Metroids from Mega Man 4 and some Blockies in the way in the first part of Metal Stage. As fortunately, even though our water in Bubble Stage is murky, and murky meaning black, our spikes are not black, so we can see where those are. As Tom's got to be careful because we took out the friction and the lag that's in the waters in the recent last year's patch of the randomizer. So we're pretty much going at full speed here underwater. Doesn't look like Tom has picked up any weapon energy for his item 2, so he's going to do the last half by walking, so we'll see how that goes as he approaches the end of Quick Stage. Meanwhile, Guy Next Door is in the second half of Metal Stage. He's having rather beefy Springer enemy there in the way. Tom does pick up a bit of item 2 energy there, and fortunately avoids getting tackled by the Shrimp there as he's about to enter the Bubble Door. And we're about to see who our Bubble Man enemy is. If it's not Bubble Man, it is in fact a Quick Man, or Kangaroo Jack in this case, who is Buster Soft. And speaking of Bubble Man, he's actually on the conveyor belt this time. Is he actually weak to the leaf shield? He is. He's got a great weakness for the leaf shield against Bubble Man. And down he goes as Tom is going to move on to Wood Stage. We get item 3 out of Metal Stage. So now we're going to take a jaunt in the woods for casual time, as Guy Next Door is I don't want to say he is behind, but he certainly took the longer stage in Crash first, but we'll see how it works out in the end, as he is down a Robot Master at this point, as Tom is taking on the doggos in Woodman Stage. Kind of a Kobe Bryant esque bubble here, as it just goes straight up. I don't think it has any forward arc, it's really just being shot straight up. But Tom does get past the hot dogs. We got some monkeys in the way of the top of the tree foot, as Guy Next Door is using Quick Boomerang to get through the spike section of Bubble Stage. And fortunately that Springer enemy did give Tom some health, and it has a bit of a weird arc to that bubble. Tom is pulling out that item 2, and he got tackled by a crab. Before he did not fall into the abyss, but that is annoying to see, as he pulled out his item 2 trying to ignore a portion of that section of Woodman Stage. Trying to take careful for the last half of Woodman Stage here, as he only got the one E-Tank in hand because he didn't get the one in Flashman Stage. Nope, he does not get tackled by the crabs this time, as they were falling out of the trees here, as Guy Next Door enters Bubble Room and take on Quick Man. About to see who Casual Tom's going to fight in Woodman Room. And it is a Metal Man, who is a slow thrower. Tom taking it nice and slow here. Well done, because it's a Buster Soft Metal, and he could probably take a hit or two, but he does not. But he does take down Metal Man in Wood Room, and he's going to move on to Metal Stage next, as Guy Next Door is going to move on to Flashman. So as we tread through familiar territories from Brother Runners, I want to take this time to thank Speedgaming for once again showcasing our randomizer on their platforms, allowing us to do a tournament again this year on their platforms. And not only that, but for having us be a part of Speedgaming Live this year. And I will thank you guys tonight who've decided to come out this evening for this race between Tom and guynextdoor. And as I want to note, tomorrow evening is actually right now the next scheduled race for our tournament. That's also going to feature Casual Tom as well. And it's also going to feature Krebel Star in a little more Group B action. And again, like I said, we have 7 more races to put on the schedule before group stages are done, before we move off the brackets. So look out for those on the family, Speedgaming network of channels. Also note, we are in desperate need in our community for Mega 2 Randomizer for commentators and trackers. So you're interested, come by and help us out. Meanwhile, guynextdoor found a great weakness with that quick boomerang against the Flashman in Flashman's room. Meanwhile, Tom takes the death on against Bubbleman, even though he had the E-Tanks to spare. And guynextdoor is going to move on to Airman stage next. Let's see how Airman treats him this time around. It did not fare too well yesterday, as there's a Met in the way on the first Tiki in Airman stage, and guynextdoor is already going to feel it. Meanwhile, Tom does take down Bubble in Metal Room. And now we got both our runners in Airman stage here. Should be, and again, I just want to point out that guynextdoor chose Crashman first, so he's technically a Robot Master down right now. Or actually, he's technically a Robot Master down. But this race is far from over. Anything could happen. We've seen it in the past where a runner would be ahead, and all of a sudden, boom, fortunes change. So this race isn't over until there's a dot done in the race time GG room. So see how the rest of this race goes, as Casual Tom pulled out his item 2 to ignore the first half of Air Stage. And now we got a bit of singage action going on here with Casual Tom and guynextdoor in Air Stage. As the crabs are in air. This is definitely one of the community's more favorite patterns to see in Air Stage, with crabs in air. So our runner's got to be super careful. Just an easy way to take note of how the crabs act. It's usually one in front, one in the back, and you can just take note as to all right, what order are the crabs coming down? And as long as there are 2 crabs on screen, there won't be a 3rd crab coming down. And Tom almost ran into the crab in front of him there. Unfortunately, he does make it to the door, as guynextdoor is pulling up behind him on this stage, and he's almost there to the door. He's just got to reach it, but he is low on health. I think he wanted to farm there. Meanwhile, we got Heatman in Air Room, and we are weakness hunting for this Heatman, because he is not soft to anything. How about quick boomerang? Not quick boomerang. Crash. So Crash is going to be our weapon of choice with it versus Heatman. guynextdoor finds it almost immediately and has a quicker fight than Casual Tom versus Crash, but he's still down 3 Robot Masters, so he's got some space to make up, as Casual Tom is moving on to Heatman stage next. And Tom taking it slightly careful there, as he's about to get hit by the birds. There we go. And makes it through. guynextdoor in Woodman stage dealing with the doggos, as we got Fan Fiends in the long hallway in Heat stage here, so that's going to slow up Casual Tom just a wee bit. Fortunately, these fan feeds are actually Buster Soft, so it's not too bad. But you know, it's still going to take time just to get past them, as Tom does not want to take any damage from these fan fiends. And yep, there we go. Gets past the second to last one. One more in the way. There we go. Gonna pull that item too and just ignore the rest of the Yoku blocks, as Guy Next Door is approaching the end of Woodman stage here, as he's got to get to the bottom of the tree for it, as a Metal Man awaits him. And mentally right now I'm trying to think of what Robot Masters we have not seen. We were actually missing one because Guy Next Door has found error in Crash Stage, so I believe our remaining Robot Master is it Bubble? No, it's Crash. There's Crash and Heat. Okay. Ooh, it's actually Buster Soft, so yeah, bye. So there goes Crash Man. And Tom has one more stage left in Heat Man, or Crash Man stage, as Guy Next Door is actually weakness hunting and finds a soft weakness in Metal Blade for Metal Man and Dumpsters here. He's got two more stages left in Quick and Heat, and he's going to go off to Quick Stage next. Meanwhile, Casual Tom getting a Mega Man 5 smorgasbord of one-ups there. Meanwhile, Guy Next Door is in Quick Red stage, as we listen to the dulcet tones of Chill Penguin stage from Mega Man X. And this is the benefit that Tom's going to have right now as he goes through the elevator section, as he's got item 1 in hand. He took the time to kill a few of the Lagphibians to reduce the lag on screen. However, if alright, so if there's like 9 of the tadpoles on screen and you destroy 8 of them, that one will make sure that no more Lagphibians will appear on screen with those 3 bigger toads in the way. But Tom, with item 1 toe, does what he's supposed to do and get out of there quickly, as he jumps over these blockies, as he's going up the second half of the Crash climb, as Guy Next Door is going down the quick shaft, as if you pay attention real close to the quick lasers, that's actually Neon Cat looking to destroy Guy Next Door. Shout out to early 2010s memes, or was it mid 2010s? Either way. So Guy Next Door entering the quick room, where we know a Woodman is waiting for us there, as Casual Tom is doing the climb here. Looks like metal is not a soft weakness, but Guy Next Door is trying to stick with it so he can get his damage in. I would have switched weapons by now. Crash. Now it's a good explosion, but it's not doing enough damage, so we're gonna check other weapons. Definitely not Heat. How about trying to use Leaf Shield as well? You really gotta get inside the hitbox. We're gonna use Leaf Shield. How about Quick? Oh, Quick looked like it did some nice damage there. Yep, Quick's a soft weakness for Woodman. And down he goes. And now we can see Casual Tom take on Airman in Quick Man's room, or Crash room, who is not Buster Soft, and he's definitely not a bro. Tom, you got 3 E-Tanks. There you go. I feel bad by saying that. It's like, Tom, you got 3 tanks. Come on. All right. So Tom does finish his 8 robos, and he's off to Wily stages now. So Guy Next Door is dealing with the enemies in Heat. I believe Heat's its last stage. I think I misclicked. Not counting a Woodman stage, but either way, Tom is in Wily 1, and actually did not pay attention to who our Wily was. Let's see, that's even worse. Anyway, so it's time to guess the color of the dragon, guess the weakness, and for bonus points, guess the sprite for our dragon who's got multiple sprites. I'm gonna go with my usual pairing of purple and green, grimace looking colors, and I'm gonna stick with one of my usuals of we're gonna choose Metal Blade this time for the dragon, and it's gonna be the Oats dragon this time. This guy next door is just using the strongest toad in video games, just hanging on to the edge. He does find that Crash is in fact our wall weakness for this seed. Should be noted that the Crash walls will only be weak to one weapon, but the Boo Beams, on the other hand, will not be weak to the same weapon, unlike Vanilla. So when we get there, Guy Next Door will have to find out what the Boo Beams are weak to, but we do know that the Crash walls are in fact weak to Crash. And it is a orange-looking dragon, and it's the unicorn dragon. But I do get the weakness this time, so it was in fact Metal Blade. As Guy Next Door is not having a good time with the Fan Fiends. He's not using the Pulse Buffer strat at all to get past it, so he's gonna have to start over in Heatman stage. I'm certainly going to hear about the Fan Fiends again from Guy Next Door, as they definitely gave him problems yesterday in his race versus Rebel Star. Meanwhile, Casual Tom just running away from the Jomech to get through the first section of Wily 2 here. And he's just ignoring re-upping his item consumption, as Guy Next Door mistimes his jump there, as he was trying to do the swag jump there with item 3, but the bird said no. So just remember, folks, no matter what game you're playing, what version you're playing, whether it be vanilla or randomized, birds are jerks. As Casual Tom is approaching the end of Wily 2 here, about to take on our Pika units and find out what they look like. As Tom takes time to pick up the big energy capsule before taking on the Pico units. And we got an angry Twitch chat. Weapon consumption is not too bad. Definitely not Crash. So the Pika units will actually have 3 weaknesses, not air. I don't think Tom knows about heat being super atomic, but he does find quick boomerang, so he's gonna end up using this without knowing about heat. So there we go. So yeah, Twitch chat is being very angry this seed. It's actually not a bad Metal Blade, but it doesn't consume a lot of energy. But Tom says, nope, we're going to stick with quick boomerang. I can speak, I swear. And he's got a few more twists to deal with, as that singular Fan Fiend, once again, giving Guy Next Door the problem. Alright, so Tom is in Wily 3 now, as we get some interesting sewer music. And we'll see if Wily cleaned out his pipes, and ooh, that's a lot of blood. You might need to see a kidney doctor for that. I'm not sure if we're going to travel any Rainbow Road going through these pipes. Meanwhile, Tom taking the time to kiss the spikes, as he really likes them. Guy Next Door has made it through almost. He's just got to get through the last half of Heatman stage here. He finally got through the Fan Fiends. So he's got to deal with a Crash Man in Heat Room. As Tom is approaching the end of Wily 3 here, about to see what Wily has in his garage. As Tom damage boosts into the door. As guynextdoor dumpsters Crashman in Heat Room. I believe that was his last Robot Master. Indeed was. As Tom is cycling through his weapons to find out what the dozer is weak to. It was Dr. Light, so we're chasing after our rogue doctor here. As Casual Tom dumpsters the dozer with Metal Blade. As we move off to Purple Heck for Wily 4 here. The Great Equalizer, or as we also like to call in the circles, the anxiety rooms that are about to come up here. Tom is low on item energy, as that's the last of his item 3 here. I actually don't. I believe item 1 is actually pretty decent, so probably end up using that to jump over the third room in the anxiety rooms here. But we're to find out what they look like first, as Tom is using the Buster only strats, as he's got item 2 equipped to avoid the false floor. That's 2 of his item 1s. He's only got 2 more left in his reserves here, as he's approaching the end of the anxiety rooms. Head like Fiblians and Tellies, so we're about to see what awaits us in the final room here. He does have enough to skirt across with that item 2. Let's see if that Telly will be an issue or not. Nope. So iframes, that's the end of his item 2, and he is going to be clear of the anxiety rooms. So, Tom taking the time to refill his item 1 there, just in case the walls aren't agreeable. We do know that the walls are actually weak to the crash bombs, but Tom does not know that. So he's going to be diving through his weapons to find a wall weakness. So let's see where he starts. He's going to start on Leaf Shield. Checking the God weakness on the Boo-Booms. Going to switch to Metal now. It is not Metal for the Boo-Booms. So now he's going to find out about the walls being crashed, which is good. A short time and a nice explosion there. He's got to be careful. He really should... Yep, he's going to take one of his juice boxes and take down the last wall. And now he's just got to find out the Boo-Beam weakness. Not heat. How about air? Not air. Bubble? Bubble. But it's also a very weird bubble, as we were talking about earlier when we saw it with guynextdoor. It just sticks to the ceiling. So he's got one more Boo-Beam to take care of, and there we go. Casual Tom is done with Wily 4, and going to move on to refights, as guynextdoor is in fact in Wily 2 now. I need to find out what this track is, because I really like it. So anyway, Casual Tom starting their refights with Bubble Man first. Why do is this from a Castlevania game? I swear I. Thank you, chat. I see that heart of fire, and see the heart of fire there, and I think of the different version of heart of fire. So it's not syncing up for me, but I still like it either way. Either way, Casual Tom is on their third Robot Master in fights. Guy next door going to find out about the metal blade here for the Pico units, and is going to just stick with that to take him down. He's got to be careful about his weapon consumption, because I can clearly see that he mashes hard as Tom is now dealing with Crashman. A number of these Robot Masters just awkwardly just being the right color for the background here in refights, as Tom has 3 more to go through, and Guy next door just barely getting through past the last Pico Toaster, because if he took that hit, that would have been death for Guy next door. As we got Tom dealing with Airman one more time, filling him with a little bubble. As Tom deals with his Buster Soft Metal Man again, as he's got one more Robot Master to deal with in Quickman, who I believe was also Buster Soft. And down goes Quickman. Now we're going to take on the machine. We're going to see if it's made out of paper mache with the Buster. The thing about the machine is it's got 3 weaknesses, if it's not the Buster. One of the weapons will be the weakness for both sides of the machine. But generally the machine will have 3 weaknesses for each version of the machine. And Tom... There we go. Wisely taking a juice box there. Not quick, not bubble. How about air? Not air. How about heat? It is in fact heat, which is eating a lot of ammunition there. So we'll see if Tom takes the time to go into pit row here to fill up his heat. I don't imagine he will, but we'll see what happens. Yep, Tom's gonna go straight for it and gonna take on the alien here, and alien only has 1 weakness. Guy next door is gonna find out bad news that yes, metal is a weakness for the Dozer, but he's gonna run out of it real quick. But we can find a second weakness for the Dozer. He's got to do a little hunting for it though. It might actually be crash bombs. So I don't think he checked crash bombs. And yep, out of. Yep, that's what I thought. And just backing out of the explosion just enough. You know, Tom is dealing with the alien, who's the Oats alien. And fortunately for him, it was not oh, and it's quick. It was not that heat, but it is quick, and Tom mashes down the alien. Tom taking game 1 of this best of 3 matchup between him and Guy next door. And should be noted here that so Guy next door is opting to forfeit this race, so give me a moment, as in the background I gotta press some buttons and get set up for race 2 of this best of 3 matchup between Casual Tom and Guy next door. So we'll be right back. Alright, folks, our runners have been given the, been released. The gates have been risen. Our runners should be going off here in just a moment here. Once again, this is Speedgaming. This is Speedgaming Live 2023. This is the Mega Man 2 Randomizer Tournament. This is a great Group B matchup between Casual Tom and Guy Next Door. This is a best of 3 matchup, and I am Cyber Bull 9 on commentary. Thank you, everyone who came out tonight to see this race. And yeah, we're about to have another fantastic race between these runners, as Casual Tom took the first race of this best of 3. So Guy Next Door looking for a little bit of redemption. So don't mind the delay on screens when they're off, and hey, we're off. As we're looking for our first stage to go to. Casual Tom going to Quickman stage. Guy Next Door opting to go to Airman stage. We'll see how that works for him, Cotton. As we'll see what our enemy patterns look like. Looks like we've got some squirms in the way in Airman stage here, which ain't too bad, but they're not busters. They're not one-hitter quitters. Guy Next Door got to be careful about the birds now, as that's definitely not an enemy we like to see at all in air stage, as Guy Next Door is going to make the jump there, as he's going to take the side. I'm going to run into another squirm pallet here, as we got more birds in the halfway point of air stage here. But Guy Next Door does make it to the halfway point of air stage. Did not opt not to pick up that large energy capsule, but you know, runner's choice. As Guy Next Door didn't kill the Tiki, which is the construction worker there, the checker, and we find, oh boy, we find the chickens in the second half of air stage, and they are not one-shot buster weak. I did not count how many shots. I think it was 3. Definitely one too many. So this is gonna be a little tough for Guy Next Door here. I don't want to curse him or anything, but I'm just gonna say there's probably a good chance that he's gonna, yeah. Anyway, Casual Tom is entering the quick door, as we're about to find out who our first robot master is in this seed, and it is a Heat Man in Quick Room. He's definitely not Buster Soft, so we're gonna do the Heat Dance in Quick Room here. And I think that should be the game over for Guy Next Door. Yep. Casual Tom got one more shot on Heat Man. And yep, there we go. Did we get an item? You get item 1 out of quick stage, as Guy Next Door is going to move on to flash stage next. Alright, so don't adjust your sets, folks, because we do have both runners in flash stage, but Casual Tom does have a Robot Master down now, as Guy Next Door is unfortunately finding the chickens at air stage just being absolutely brutal to him, and causing the game over. Tom, on the other hand, made it through quick stage and got his item 1 out of it. So we'll see how the rest of this race goes for our runners. I don't have an answer for you as far as what those sprites are, so sorry about that. As Guy Next Door is now at the last half of flash stage here. The tin cans are actually Buster Week this seed, so I like seeing that. As Guy Next Door is opting not to try and get the E-Tank. Tom quickly skillfully making it through the upper section to get his E-Tank, as we see Metal Man in Flash Room here, who is Buster Soft, so we'll see how... there we go. Guy Next Door taking down Metal Man in Flash Room. Casual Tom about to take on his Metal Man. He's got couple more hits, and there we go. We get item 2 out of Flash Stage. So that's good to see, as Guy Next Door is going to head off to Heat Stage next. And we get a nice enemy set here too, again in Heat Stage, as we got some jesters, we got some birds, we got some tin cans. Casual Tom opting to go to Wood Stage next with item 2 in tow, as we get some lovely Blaster Master music in, as I thought Guy Next Door was looking to use his item to get over there, but he does not. Casual Tom's got Metal and Crash in tow. See if they're good for the doggos. Looks like it was 3 Metal Blades for the hot dogs, so that's nice to see. That Metal Blade I don't think is mashable. I think it was 1 at a time. But either way, Casual Tom does take down the hot dogs, as we got the Jester bots in the way of Heat Stage here for the second half. As we gotta be careful there. There we go. Make it through. Are we testing the walls? We're gonna see if metal. Oh! So Guy Next Door finding out quickly that our crash doors are in fact weak to metal. So that'll be great information for later in the seed when we get to Wily 4. Meanwhile, Casual Tom using his item 2 to ignore a portion of the tree fort, as Guy Next Door is using their item 2 to ignore the heat pit, and he's going to be entering the Heatman door in just a moment, as we see Tom deal with the Lagvivians one more time. And we're about to find out who our respective robot masters are in each room. As Guy Next Door enters there first, and we're going to see ourselves a Quickman, as Sanic, who is actually soft to the Metal Blade. And like I said, it looks like the Metal Blade is not a mashable Metal Blade, it's 1 at a time. But it does do the job versus that Quickman. Airman, on the other hand, in Woodman room is in fact Buster Soft, and is without a doubt a bro for Casual Tom, as he gets upstered. Guy Next Door opting to go to Crash Stage next, which is again an interesting choice, but runner's choice. And he's got item 2 in tow, but you can use item 2 as a platform in the elevator rooms above. But let's see how he handles it. Meanwhile, Casual Tom is opting to go to Metal Stage next here. Yeah, looks like the tellies are not weak to Metal Blade here, so that's a bit of a nuisance. Definitely don't like seeing that. And they are definitely heavy boys, as it takes more than 1 shot to take down these tellies. Casual Tom, second half of Metal Stage, pulling out their item 2, gonna ignore a nice chunk of the stage and get to the end of it here real quick. Going to ignore the last of the tin cans and the shellfish, which are the spray petals that we love to call cat. So cat. So Casual Tom is entering the metal door, but find out who our robot master is, and that is in fact Crashman on conveyor belt. He is not Buster Soft, but he's kind of a dumb Crash, because the way Crashman works is anytime you press the B button or the fire button, Crashman reacts to that. So you saw there was a delay every time Casual Tom was pressing the B button, which makes that Crash kind of our dumb Crash. But he does take them down, but doesn't get an item for his efforts, as we move on to Bubble Stage next. Meanwhile, Guy Next Door is dealing with the second half of his Crash Climb, as we got rabbits in the way. Fortunately, the Metal Blade does do damage to him and takes him down. I don't know if he has any item 2 in tow, but he doesn't opt to use what he may have to grab that E-Tank as he approaches the crash door. We've got space monkeys just greeting us as we enter the crash door here. About to find out who our boss is in this room, as Tom is going through the long walk in Bubble Stage, and it's a woodman, in fact, in a crash room, who is... He looks like he's Buster Saw. Sadly, Guynextdoor does not have any E-Tanks, but fortunately he does have enough health to Dumpster Woodman, takes him down in Crash Room. Is item 3 here? Item 3 was not in Crash Stage. So moving on we are to Bubble Stage for Guynextdoor. So if you guys are wondering why Casual Tom has item 1 and Guynextdoor doesn't, item 1 was in fact in Quick Stage that Guynextdoor has yet to do. But right now we got Casual Tom entering the bubble door, but to find out who is in here is in fact a Flashman. And it's the Jumper. He's a Jumper. I'm not gonna lie, I would actually like to see what Metal Blade does to him. It's not Metal Blade. Metal Blade bounces off, so that's fine. This is the type of Flashman where I would like to play hurdles with, where I hit him, he jumps, I fire. But you know, safety first. Consume your Buster or Juice Box, as Guynextdoor is catching up right now on Casual Tom, as Casual Tom finally takes down Flashman in Bubble Room, having a rough time with that Flashman. He's got 3 more Robot Masters to go. He's going to go off to Airman Stage. And into Air Stage we go. Guynextdoor doing some weapon check too. Bubble not necessarily a good one. Flashman not exactly reacting like you would hope to that bubble. In fact, Guynextdoor finds the one Robot Master that's weak to Flash Stopper or Time Stopper, and it just happens to be Flashman. So that's always fun to see in the rando, because Time Stopper is a weakness for one enemy and one enemy only, and it just happened to be Flashman in the seed. But Guynextdoor does take down Flashman in Bubble Room, and it's going to move off to Metal Stage, as Casual Tom's about to find out about the chickens that were giving Guynextdoor a rough time here. Not gonna lie, I'm surprised Tom didn't pull out that item 2 there. But either way, so while our runners are going through familiar territories, I want to take the time to thank everyone in chat who came out to see this race on Speedgaming. This is the Speedgaming 2023 Speedgaming live event. This is the Mega Man 2 Randomizer tournament, and we are witnessing a Group B matchup between Casual Tom and Guynextdoor. In fact, in our group stages right now, we are 7 matches. We have 7 more matches to put on the schedule to finish out group stages before we move on to the single elimination part of the tournament. And as another note, our group is in need of volunteers to do commentary and tracking. So if you're interested in doing those things for us, please reach out to me and we'll get you hooked up. You don't have to have first-hand knowledge about any of the Randomizer or any of the Mega Man games. Just come out and have a good time. That's all you need. All right. All right. So Tom is going through heat. Tom's got 2 more stages left. He's got to go through heat and crash. And I think by default, if I'm looking at this correctly. I didn't see item 3 come out of air stage, so item 3 is stuck behind heat stage here. And we got Casual Tom going through that stage right now, as Guy Next Door is now starting their quick stage. Tom pulling out item 1 because I'm just going to assume he doesn't want to menu too much, as he gets tackled by that Jester bot here, and fortunately because of the new pulse buffering mechanics in the latest version of the Randomizer, he didn't suffer double knockback and fall into the pit behind him. So he's got one more Jester bot to get by. He's got to be careful here because that Jester bot will catch him if he's not careful, but he does get past him, does place his item 2, and he'll be skirting along to the end of Heatman stage here. As Guy Next Door is going to use Time Stopper to get through the quick shaft here in Quickman stage, as Tom is going to enter the heat door. I actually forgot who Guy Next Door faced here. It was in fact the Sanic, who was Quickman, who was Buster Soft, who was appropriately being regaled by Flight of the Bumblebee, as Casual Tom does dumpster Sanic, and there's our item 3, like I said. So Tom's got his crash climb to go, and Guy Next Door has to deal with this Heatman in Crash Room. Doesn't look like Heat Bubble is the answer for this Heatman, but Guy Next Door is opting to stick with it. We know Buster is not the answer, and he's got to be careful here because Heatman hurts when he does body damage to you, and I think, and it's probably just the coloring on his screen, I think the heat nodes are in fact blocking the sight of Guy Next Door to see where they are so he doesn't get hit. Meanwhile, Casual Tom, with item 1 in tow, is used it to great effect to get through the crash elevator section. Guy Next Door getting their item 1 now out of quick stage. Going to move off to wood stage next now. Misclicking all over the place. Tom, gotta be careful here. Yes, the squirms are there, but you know, if you're gonna do that strat, you better pause buffer through. So if he moves over to metal to dumpster those squirms, gets weird screen transition. It happens. I'm gonna use item 3 now to quickly get past the rabbit here. Gotta be careful with the carrot. Yep. One more. There we go. And we're past the rabbits now. He's going to definitely pick up that E-tank there. And Casual Tom is quickly approaching the crash door, about to find out who our Robot Master is in this seed that's been waiting for us. We do know... Actually, I lost track of who this Robot Master is. Maybe we actually did see him on Guy Next Door's side. It was in fact Woodman. I think we had a quick soft weakness for him, as we are hunting right now, and he's gonna find that quick soft weakness. Oh, it was not. Was that last seed then? It definitely wasn't metal. Oh, maybe it was. Just get inside him. There you go. So with Metal Blade in tow, Casual Tom taking down Woodman. In fact, that's his 8th Robo, and we're off to castle stages again. And we got Dr. Oats looking to feed us a nutritious breakfast in the way. So we're gonna go take care of that as Guy Next Door is approaching Wood Door. And once again, I will point out this Metal Blade is not mashable. I can definitely see him hitting that B button on his FCEUX, which allows us to see his controller inputs, but that Metal Blade is not mashable. As Capcom going to start their walk, and we're going to do the game again involving the dragon. Guess the color, guess the sprite, guess the weakness. And I haven't heard this dragon yet so far. At least I haven't put him up, so we're going to go with the monochrome dragon, just straight up gray. And we're going to say it's the Shades dragon. We're going to say it's weak to Quick Boomerang, as Tom is going to use item 3 to crit effect, going up the Wily 1 climb here, as he's going to pull out. Okay. Whew! Seeing those toads there made me worried that he's about to get blocks there, as Guy Next Door is moving back onto Airman stage, and with all his items in tow. And sadly, that is what we call doing the dagging, where you consume an E-Tank where you did not mean to consume an A-Tank. But either way, that's what happened to Guy Next Door, as he's got to get through the rest of the stage. He got to the halfway point in Airman stage, but Hefty Chickens got in the way. And we're about to see what this dragon looks like. Well, that's Shades, and if I stuck with my purple and green grimace-looking dragon, I would have had it. Looked like Tom was trying. I want you guys to know that Tom was trying. No, Tom did glitch out the dragon. Oh no, he did. So Tom was trying to do a thing where, if the dragon comes close to the platform and you got item 1 out, you can glitch the dragon where he's just staying put. We found air as a weakness. It's not a good air, but sadly Tom got too close and kissed the dragon. So that's a death for him, as Guy Next Door is dealing with the chickens. What was that? Yep, charged heat, I think, is the real answer for these chickens. The thing about the chickens, though, when you kill one chicken, the next one on screen will immediately appear. Tom trying to do some item 1. Yep, there we go. Feeding, as Guy Next Door is dealing with the chickens again. As he's definitely saying, yes, this charge heat is the way to go to fry up these chickens, as he's got just a little bit more to go, and he's going to enter the air door. Capture Tom going to take a second try at the dragon here. Now, we do know air shooter was one of the weaknesses for the dragon. It's definitely not a good air shooter, because you see it on Guy Next Door's side, which actually was a super effective weakness for it. Quick was not the answer, and that was an accidental input. How about heat? In fact, charged heat does work on the dragon. It's actually not doing some nice damage to him, as Tom is a couple more shots away. One more. There we go. Down goes the dragon. As Guy Next Door is now essentially a stage behind right now, and starting their Wily 1 approach. Tom about to enter Wily 2. Tom getting beaten up by the blockies here, because he just wants to go, because he might, Tom might be feeling like he's behind right now after that death in Wily 1 here, so he's like, I gotta go, I can't stop, I gotta go. As he's taking time to refill his items here, because he definitely consumed a lot in Wily 1 here. We do know the crash walls are weak to metal. He's going to find out about that. But he really wants that E-Tank. And I don't blame him, as he does pick it up. If I were him, I would just take the death on the first enemy here. Just like that. Hopefully he's not listening to the broadcast, he's not supposed to. But yeah, and just get the full health back, because you're right there at the checkpoint. So Tom is now going through the checkpoint hallway of Wily 2. As you can see, some of our graphical changes. Usually where the background that have fans, those are in fact these snakes from Battletoads. Which is interesting, because our story for this seed was in fact Battletoads. As Tom is approaching the Pico units. Hopefully it's the good ones for us to watch them suffer just a little bit. No. They're the vanilla units. We do find Bubble as a weakness. Air Shooter is nice, but he used a bit of it, so he's gonna have to switch weapons here. Yes, spawn point actually puts them right on top of that spot. But the main point he wanted to do was take the death so that he get a refill of energy. But sadly, because the spawn point of the fan feed does not happen. You know, I thought this air shooter was consuming more energy than it was. Tom having enough air shooter 1-to-1, taking down the Pico Toasters, as guynextdoor using the air shooter that we found on the dragon and taking down the dragon with said air shooter. Tom's going to take the time to go into pit row here and refill his air shooter. I think Tom accidentally hit something on his keyboard, so we'll find out what his official time is in race time after he got done. But we are going through the pink lemonade of Wily 3 here. Ooh, and guynextdoor misses his forward input there. When you're falling down that ladder, you gotta keep hitting forward to land on that spot. You don't have to false buff or anything. You just hold forward as you're coming out that ladder. So guynextdoor's got to do this whole beginning section again to get to that point. As Tom has entered the garage door, and we got a traditional dozer here. Not weak to lemons. How about air? Not air. Bubble? Bubble! So we're going to put some eye drops into the dozer's eyes as we move on to Wily 4 here, as guynextdoor is taking time to get that E-Tank. There you go. So guynextdoor does hold forward and doesn't fall to spike a second time now, as oh dear, I know this song. It's definitely from the Versus series. Is this Spider-Man's theme from the Versus series? Anyway, Tom is going through Wily 4, which is Green Heck this time, and we're about to see what our anxiety rooms look like. As we got some Lagphibians in the first room, but only in one spot, so we'll see where in the latter half of the stage, the anxiety rooms, where they are. He's pulling out his item 2, and yeah, we're gonna have to use item 2 to get across here quickly. And there we go, just in time to hit the elevator to get below. guynextdoor happy to see this air shooter. He's gonna run out here. I hope he has a couple juice boxes. Yep. So Pico Udos hit like a truck, folks. That's why I was hoping he had a few juice boxes. He did. He didn't use them though. So we know our wall weakness is metal. So Tom's checking Leaf first to see if the blue beams were weak to it. They were not. Blue beams will not be weak to the same weapon we used on the flash walls, but we find the lemons are in fact the weakness for the blue beams, and we're going to take down the rest of these with lemons, with high doses of vitamin C, and ooh, that was close. I don't know if that shot would have killed Casual Tom or not, but Casual Tom does take down the last of the blue beams, and we'll be moving on to refights here. I don't know, ask Inafune. Ask Inakun. Alright, meanwhile, we got some lovely Final Fantasy III music playing as Tom is about to take on the Heatman. I don't think. Well, in Tom's case, he had the Buster only fight. But we find Air Shooter to be, I think that might have been a great weakness, as he dumpsters Tom looking for anything to take care of this Flashman quickly, but is fortunate to find out about the Time Stopper as he's going through his refights. Guynextdoor is now going down into Wily 3 into the septic tank of Wily's castle. Ooh, almost landing right in the pit. I was like, what are you doing, Tom? What are you doing, G&D? Stop it. Stop making it weird. One more hit from the Metal Blade. There we go. Tom is halfway done their refights. Two more left for Tom, as this dome crash is once again oddly the same color as our background here. He like really melts into it, and I don't like it. One more Robot Master for Casual Tom here, as we got our Metal Man left. Not the same as last time, which was very slow, but Tom does dumpster that Metal Man. Gotta take on the machine here, see if it's made out of paper mache. Oats did not use paper mache. It's not. Oh, it's Crash Bomb, and look at that, just shredding the health of it. One more. There we go. So that's the fun part about using Crash Bomb against the machine, is the explosion radius will just shred the health bar of the machine. It also works on the Dragon and the Dozer if it's weak to Crash. So with that, Tom has Victory Road to walk down to take on our alien, and this is all but in the bag. We just gotta get a dot done in the race time room, and he'll be the victor of this best of 3 matchup between him and Guynextdoor. Guynextdoor finding out where our randomized invisible floors are. Tom on lemons, so not lemons. Not air. Leaf shield it is. One more. There we go. So Tom taking down the alien with a racetime.gg time of 33:22. Get those GGs in chat, folks, as Tom takes this set of this best of 3 matchup, as Guynextdoor is continuing on at the moment. So just a moment here, folks. Reaching out to kind of Tom, see if he has time for a post race here. Oh. See what guy next door is here doing here. Before I spoil anything, but oh, never mind. So it looks like guy next door is gonna opt to forfeit this race too. But GG's to him too. But joining me in the booth here is the winner of this best of 3, Casual Tom. How you doing?
Hey, I mean, yeah, you know, I won, so I can't really complain. But that second seed broke me, man. Like, if you saw my cam on my channel, I may have thrown some things.
Well, you didn't have it up, but but Speedgaming Live does take up the cams, but we don't have it on the restream here, so
yeah, no, I got record on my channel, but
we did not see anything get tossed.
No, good, yeah, but yeah, sometimes people watch my channel and boy, like it's there. I raged pretty hard, but well, hey, it's over.
Oh, I could. Well, you know, I did say in chat here is like, you know, Tom feels like he's pretty behind, and let me guess, it was because of the dragon.
Oh yeah, it was like I was mad enough before the dragon. The dragon, I almost forfeit. I was so mad. Like, I almost had to stop and take a breath. I'm like, no, it's a race. Just pull myself together and just keep playing. I even shut off the timer and everything.
You sure did.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, just, I don't know, not my day, really. But, you know, whatever, it's over, so that's nice.
It's not your day, but you came out the victor, and that's kind of what's important right now, I guess. Because you gotta come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
You got a quick turnaround.
I gotta not make these kinds of mistakes tomorrow. Like, for me personally, that was like one of the least satisfactory performances I've ever had. So I gotta catch my breath. I gotta pull myself together. Maybe squeeze in a practice seed or 2 if I can, and hopefully I'll be ready. Cause I mean, I saw Krebel playing. I mean, if he's playing like he played yesterday, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, Krebel was definitely a high tier player of Mega Man 2. Meanwhile, getting dragged into the booth here is guy next door. GG's there, fella. Tough going. I'm glad you have a certain section of fans.
Oh yeah, is that right? Loyal fans. What can I say?
Yeah, they weren't kind to you yesterday, and they weren't kind to you today.
Yeah, but yeah, that Airman stage on this last seed was something.
Oh, the end of it.
Yeah, the end of it. Yeah. I went there first, and I was like, that's going to be a mistake. Sure enough.
Yeah. In booth, I want you to know, Tom, I didn't necessarily yell at you, but I did give you my disappointment. It's like, you got item 2. What are you doing?
I used it in the first screen.
I thought you had more of it.
I don't think so. Maybe unless if I fell off. I'll check again later.
Either way,
I used it.
Either way, I gave you my nod of disappointment.
Okay, I appreciate it.
So yeah, overall, Tom was talking about how the second seed almost broke him. But how do those seeds feel overall, though?
Not bad, really. Like, you know, it was just like, you know, like mistakes I made that were, you know, totally I'm at fault for. Overall, I mean, I've definitely played worse, but you know,
He-Man's stage is always, yeah, He-Man's stage is always a trouble, huh?
I do think probably that Airman stage was probably the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those chicken things took like 4 shots or something.
Yeah.
I don't think I had any weapons to deal with them either.
Oh no. Fun stuff. I can't wait to watch your race there, or a race when it's on the video on demand. So I'll have to check you out. With GG's, man. By the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the GG's to yourself. Thanks so much for joining. It's great to have you in the community. Yeah, you know, I always have fun, and I'm sorry. Like, I made some mistakes I just still haven't recovered from.
You're good, man. You're good. You did a great job. You really did. I haven't touched this game in 2 years, so I was like, you know what? Why not? Have fun. That's what it's all about.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, it's a very fun game. Like, it's one of the most fun I have playing video games, even still, after all the kind of stuff I play. Like, I have some of the most fun doing this. If I'm doing anything competitively, it's going to be this.
Fantastic. That's amazing. I might stick to 4 and 7.
Hey, 4's good. 7 I also like.
Oh yeah.
I prefer 2 though to all of them. But I'm weird.
Right
so.
on. Right on. Hey, we're all weird. What are you talking about?
I mean, you're talking to the guy who prefers to play power suit only in Mega Man 6. So
I tried that, and like when it comes to any of those like I've done Jet only, but when it comes to those Mega Man 6 challenges, that Mr. X Stage 3 with those platforms, like the manipulations you have to do on there, I could never quite get it. But yeah, I tried, and I failed.
That's fine. Trying to look at my notes here because I don't think I have much else to really talk about. If you guys don't have anything.
Just thanks for commentary and tracking, and thanks again to Guy Next Door. Hope to see more of you in coming years. I plan to be around as long as I can, so I mean, more the merrier, and it's been fun.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate the opportunities to just get in here and just try it out. What's it going to hurt, right? Just have some fun, like I said.
We need more people with your kind of attitude.
Yeah,
right.
we need more people. ...
Also that, yes.
Well, let's bring them in. Let's bring them in. It's fun. It's fun. It's just it's all friendly competition. So yeah. So I support you, Tom. So good luck in the tournament.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So with that, I think I'm going to close this out here because I know some of us or all of us have to get up early in the morning. So with that, thanks to you guys for the race this evening. Thanks to the guys it's Speedgaming chat here who showed up tonight to watch you two run. Thanks to Speedgaming for hosting us again this year for Speedgaming Live 2023. And tomorrow night, again, we have Casual Tom coming back to take on Crumble Star. Same time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And once again, if you are interested in this randomizer, come join us. We're also in desperate need of volunteers for commentary and tracking. If you're interested in doing that and not running, just come do that. We'll give you the hookup.
Yeah, tomorrow should be a good race, so you guys definitely do not want to miss that. So, not to put any pressure on you, Tom, but good luck, man.
Yeah, I need a wake-up call, after today. I just... yeah. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. We'll see how it goes. Should be interesting, though. He's come a long way, and he's a skilled Mega Man runner, and he's been practicing, and he performed very well in yesterday's race. I did catch most of that. I think I just missed, maybe the first half of the second seed or something like that, but I did get to watch most of it because I have a very vested interest in both of you guys, obviously, so...
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, good luck. It should be a very, very entertaining race there, so...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, and thank you, guys. And you guys have a good evening.
You too. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.